Varane, Reguilon on the bench. Are those decisions to do with form or fitness?
Tactic.
Do you want to tell us any more than that?
Well, it's tactic.
Okay, so Evans above Varane on tactic.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Erling Braut Haaland has wasted no time stamping his authority on the Premier League since arriving at Manchester City, exploding out of the blocks with a ruthless run of goals that instantly silenced any doubts about how he'd adapt to English football. A physically dominant striker standing at 6'4", Haaland blends raw pace and power with intelligent movement, making him a constant threat in the box and a devastating presence inside the box. His style of play is built on an economy of touches, often just one or two to find the net, and an uncanny knack for arriving in the right space at the right time. In the Premier League alone, he has already smashed through the 60-goal mark in a little over 60 games, a record-breaking return that underlines his efficiency. Across his professional career, stretching back to Molde, Salzburg and Borussia Dortmund, he scored well over 200 goals before the age of 25, putting him on a trajectory to chase down some of the greats of the game. He currently stands at 94 Premier League goals in 104 Premier League games, an outstanding 52 Champions League goals in 50 games. Haaland isn't just a hot streak, he's a generational finisher. And today we're breaking down exactly why he's hard to stop, and how Pep Guardiola's tactical use of Manchester City this season maximises his game.
Playing as the focal point is brutal. Constant sprints, runs in behind, passes under pressure, plus defensive work. Over a season, that takes a toll. And here's the issue, City don't have a true backup striker. If Haaland's out, Marmoush isn't a like-for-like option. The numbers tell the story. In the 2022-23 season, just 24 days missed. In the 2023-24 season, that was his worst season for injuries at City. This year, 42 days missed already. Not as bad as last year, but far from ideal. It comes with the territory. Haaland's game is raw power, direct runs, and constant duels. That style always carries risk, especially to the ankles and bones. And with repeat issues, managing his lower limbs is crucial if City want to see him firing at all this season.
Pep's preferred identity is possession dominance, positional rotations, intricate passing, and fluid front lines. A central number 9 changes that balance. The team may at times lose some of the stylistic edge in pushing for penetration and end product. In games, which we will touch on, Manchester City often have their new signing, Gianluigi Donnarumma, send the ball longer to Haaland when they are being pressed by the opposition. This allows them to get Haaland the ball quick as possible for him to lay the ball off for midfielders in turn who will hit runners in behind. Most recently, Doku and Foden, with Haaland joining the attack.
One of Haaland's biggest weapons is his IQ and intelligence in dangerous areas of the pitch. Haaland constantly scans over his shoulder to assess the defender's positioning and have a picture of where the ball will be played for him. Being aware of his surroundings allows him to take minimal touches when the ball arrives to him. His mind is already made up and the rest is deadly. Particularly in the penalty area, Haaland constantly positions himself on the blind side of defenders, then like a ghost, popping out as the pass is made to him, then he makes his mark. He doesn't always sprint frantically towards the box as he sniffs a chance, which separates him from the average striker. Haaland's perfect timing of runs is what makes him elite. He delays his movement until the defender commits or the passer is ready to lay him off, then he arrives. He identifies pockets of space in the 6 or 18-yard box. He doesn't allow himself to easily be marked. He quickly adjusts 2 or 3 seconds before the cutback or cross to create tap-ins for himself and find the net.
Guardiola has praised Haaland for becoming a more complete striker in his system. This is validated by his improvement in defensive contribution as well as his bread and butter of attacking output. He averages a 4.3 in defensive contribution, which was previously a 2.8. He also has more clearances this year, from 0.2 to 2 per game. Most importantly, more touches in his own half, averaging from a 5.6 to 8 per game, highlighting his participation in his own box in defensive phases and his uses in transition to help link the play and get the team up the field.
Pep Linder's coming in at City means changes in training, tactics, and even psychology. Let's break it down. First, training. Reports say a few things have already shifted. That might change the drills Haaland does, how he's grouped in sessions, and how transitions are practiced. These details matter. They affect fitness, sharpness, and even injury risk, as mentioned before. Second, tactics. Haaland admitted, we're not the same team anymore. We have to adapt. With leaders like De Bruyne, Gundogan, and Walker gone, City structure is evolving. Linders could adjust pressing triggers, wide support, or attacking rotations, giving Haaland more variation in the types of runs and passes he gets. Third, psychology. With senior figures leaving, Haaland may take on more leadership. A fresh voice can challenge him, break routines, and push him to another level. Fourth, coaching dynamics. Linders isn't replacing Guardiola, he's adding to him. If they're in sync, Haaland benefits. If not, mixed messages could complicate things. And finally, risks. Adapting takes time. If training demands are off, fatigue or injuries creep in. Too many tactical changes, too quickly, and Haaland's rhythm could dip. But the early signs are clear. City are entering a new phase. Linders' influence won't overhaul Haaland's role, but it will refine it, and that could shape how he evolves in seasons ahead.
Let's take it to the tactics board.
In the 53rd minute of the Manchester derby, City have the ball in zone 13 and are able to combine quickly with vertical passes to create space for Haaland to get in behind and score.
At 2-0, Haaland aggressively presses the goalkeeper Bayern there, backed by the army of Reinders, Foden and Doku. This forces a mistake from De Ligt, who gives the ball away cheaply to Doku. Doku then instantly feeds the ball into Reinders, who decoys the ball to Haaland, creating a one-on-one opportunity with the goalkeeper. Surprisingly, by his standards, he misses what we would call a sitter. This links back to what we mentioned previously about Pep Linders introducing a more counter-pressing approach to City, developed under Klopp at Liverpool.
City win the ball in a 4-4-2, mid to low block, forcing United to turn over the ball. Kuzanov plays Bernardo the ball, who plays it onto Haaland, who drops in to receive the ball. Haaland then leads the ball onto the on-rushing Reinders, who makes a darting run in behind United's defence, and is unfortunate not to score. This showcases City's game plan to expose Manchester United's disjointed defensive structure and Haaland's adaptability to now drop in and create space for willing runners, adding to his skill set. So to conclude the video, we will debate whether Erling Haaland's season can ignite his Ballon d'Or chances. So, Obi, when I think of
Ballon d'Or chances, I think of trophies, I think of individual performance, but in my opinion, I reckon City have a chance in winning the Champions League. Debatable.
I agree with you.
Yeah?
They've got an easy run of fixtures at the moment.
Yeah,
they
the group
always
stage.
get easy, like
They really do, to be fair. But in terms of knockout stages, obviously, knockout football, I feel like it's a lottery. In terms of,
100%.
it's luck of the draw, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, as long as they don't get like a Real Madrid, a Bayern Munich, a Barcelona, because I think City's problems lie defensively, but I do think they have firepower in the attack, which obviously includes Erling Haaland. And I feel like in terms of attacks, he's one of the most clinical strikers in the world. Obviously, we speak about Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane, Haaland as the big three. As long as he isn't facing any of those teams, I feel like if they were going end to end with teams, City would more likely come out the victors due to Haaland's clinicalness in front of goal and just the form he's in this season in general. So if he could fire them to the Champions League through Pep Guardiola's masterclasses as well, I do think that boosts his chances of maybe being a Ballon d'Or contender or even a winner.
Okay. Fair points that you've raised there. I do agree in terms of, City do have a chance of winning Champions League. Still yet to have injuries return. Shirky saw against Brentford on the bench today.
Yeah.
But I just think if we're going to take it now to the World Cup next year, he's going to play a big part. And I think Kane going into it with England, especially under Tuchel as well, who he worked with as well already at Bayern.
Yeah.
And also Mbappe as well, who, as we've discussed off screen, the World Cup's his kind of like, every World Cup we've seen in the last couple of years, he's turned up.
No, 100% he has. Yeah.
Those are also things to consider, especially because those two players I've named as well, they've started the season strong. They're scoring goals as well.
On fire as well.
So they could respectively win their leagues and also have a chance of their teams to win the Champions League as well.
I think I'm fighting.
And then if you're adding now the World Cup next year,
it
could be difficult. So I think Haaland just has to try and win everything. So that's the Prem and the
Champions League. I'm not sure about Norway's chances.
It's true, and I
Maybe,
feel like
yeah.
obviously for individual awards as well, maybe top goal scorer in the Premier League, maybe the Gerd Muller Trophy isn't enough for him. Team accolades do play a part.
Yeah, massive part, yeah.
But if we're talking, you know, strikers and how they're valued in terms of like Ballon d'Or rankings, they are kind of favoured. So let's say if Kylian Mbappe falls off and Harry Kane has a slow end to the season and Haaland keeps pace up, then it could still boost his chances, because obviously the striker factor, and you know that's what players love, excitement, because the players do vote for who wins it. So who knows? And hey, there's a small factor of the Premier League as well. It's still up for grabs, 3 points behind Arsenal at this moment in time, as of recording. So who knows? In City, they still do have champions, winners in their team. We saw Rodri come off today against Brentford, but the likes of Diaz, the likes of even Donnarumma actually winning leagues, won the Champions League last season with PSG, and they've also got decisive players in Foden who looks to have come into form. So there's always that as well, you know. It's not like they're just any old team. So
It's true.
yeah, I think fair points, but I think you take this one in the debate because it's very tough.
Nice one to kick off with a win. Especially after Palace lost today.
Of course. But yeah. Take care.
Take care.
Peace. Don't forget to hit the sub button.